I have a light bulb.
It looks, and you look better.
You look great.
It's one of those daylight bulbs.
See, that's what I need. I need a daylight bulb.
That I was like, I can cure my depression with this.
Well, that doesn't give you vitamin D.
Well, seasonal depression.
Is it a UV light?
Yeah.
A sunlight?
I don't. Yeah.
Like I'm getting moles. Like, oh no.
I didn't get my depression taken care of, but I did get skin cancer. Welcome back to Dungeons and Designers, an M of One Network podcast. I'm your DM, Will Churn. I am joined with...
Hey, I'm Courtney Leach, and I am Peg in our show.
I'm Dan, and I am playing Elisar.
And I'm Zach. I play Wick.
A small halfling child nestled in the corner of her bedroom is tuning into the Rosette Gazette and hears...
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
Ooh.
Seems we have a new listener. I thought I was only talking to people from pre. It's been less than a month since I met Wick and Elisar. We're already wrapped up in a communique with the deities already. So, long story short, we're alive since last time. We hiked out to Miska's cave and had a great time with Model Y, who made quick work of a large red scorpion that was stalking us. And we came upon the mouth of the extravagant cave. It was adorned with a cylinder of a giant web and long spider leg spires. And we didn't get scared or anything, or we didn't want to turn around. No. We respectfully barged in and quickly discovered a species inside that I'll add to the official space log of creatures, TM, is called the Lycanid. They're this chimeric blend of insect and wolf. So there's some interesting hybrid crossbreeding going on there. But later on inside, we found Miska the wolf spider, and he was pretty ripped, as you'd expect. He had a belt of trophies and, 2 wolf heads and a spider body. And that's kind of where my memory blanks out, if I'm being honest. But Elisar used the Rod of Law to talk with Miska, and we were able to connect with Lolth. Oh, I'm sorry. I said it wrong.
That?
Gods. We decided to rest for the night in a nearby town where we'll figure out our next steps. So like and subscribe, my friends, because it sounds like things are going to be heating up soon. Stay curious, Peg.
So you guys decided to go back to town and find a room instead of trying to make it back in the dark back to your ship. Dan, you're currently outside in like a trash heap with Craig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Craig.
Peg and Wick and the robot each have separate rooms and are in the hotel. I believe it costs you 10 credits each, which the money should have already been taken out of your accounts. But as the sun starts to rise over and the light comes into your rooms, you guys are jostled awake. Everyone but Dan. Dan, you can decide when you wake up. You both are jostled awake because you hear down the hallway a robot screaming. And you hear little halflings running around trying to calm it down. And there's just a giant commotion happening in the top floor of this hotel.
It's not our friend, Model Y. It's like a new droid that we haven't heard of.
You don't know. You guys are all in separate rooms.
Yeah. I'm going to peer outside and see what I can see. Like in a robe, probably. Or like and run outside.
Oh, yeah. You're living your best hotel life.
My best life.
Yeah, as you
got my slippies.
As you open the door, you can see kind of like the maids and like the workers of the hotel running around and mostly running back downstairs. And then you see a manager halfling walk up the stairs, just like, calm down. And you can hear kind of like murmured through like the multiple walls, where am I? And he's like, you see a laser beam like fire through the door and just destroy the door.
So it is him.
Wick comes running out of her hotel room, pulling on the last sleeve and buttoning the last button, and just starts running down the hallway towards the commotion.
Yeah. And the halfling like dodging stuff, right? Because the robot is like throwing things and like looking just how to get out. He's like, calm down. Your 10 credits isn't going to cover this. And you watch as like the droid like pushes him over and then runs down the stairs.
Wick runs after him to say, Model X537, trying to get his attention.
Yeah, and he's got no memory of that name.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see him like run out the front door, and he's in the streets. Maybe Elisar can see him at this point, maybe not. You're kind of like in a side alley, and he's just like dodging back and forth and being like, grabbing halflings and be like, where am I? And like, they're like trying to be friendly, right? And they're like, Noph, and like getting them off their clothing and kind of like continuing on their way. What do you guys want to do?
I'll see him. I'll trollop up on Craig and kind of just be like, what are you doing, robot?
Yeah, and he looks at you, goes, I don't know who you are. I don't even know where I am.
Why? How'd you pump the brakes there, bud?
Yeah, and you can see his like arm start to charge. He's like, don't tell me what to do.
This is not something you want to start, my man. Do you see the giant dino lizard I'm on?
Yeah, and he like starts to assess the situation a little bit. He's like, all right, I woke up in this hotel room. I have no idea how I even got here. I don't know what year it is. I don't even know what planet I'm on. And he's like stuttering now.
Yeah, it's because you're a dumb amnesia robot.
Wick,
you good?
Wick comes running outside of the building.
Time to take a drink.
Wick's outside now, and she tries to get in between Elisar and Model X537. It's like, hey, hold on, take a deep second, not a deep breath. Just take a cycle. You're with us. Every night you forget, but we're here with you. You came on our ship. We can take you to someone who has your memory cards, but let's take a deep breath. These people didn't do anything to you. Everything will be okay.
Yeah, and the robot's like, I've got no reason to trust you right now. So if you guys do anything, I'm gonna blast you.
Okay, take a cycle. Like I said, are you starting to see a map of the city yet?
Yeah, and through his head, he like has it all. He's like, yeah, I can see it. I know where I know the city.
That's why you came with us, because of that map. Because you cycle and pick them up very quickly. You came with us to help with the maps. Okay?
Yeah, and you can obviously he's not breathing, right? But he's calming down.
Yeah.
Maybe the arm is starting to like glow less.
Yes. But these guys, all these halflings, they didn't do anything to you. So why don't you set that one down and we'll talk some more.
He's like, all right. If I'm with you, one of y'all will have to pay for that door.
Yeah, no problem.
And just being for laughs and giggles, I'm like, I don't know if none of them had done anything to him. That guy looks like he definitely said some mean stuff.
And then I'm just like, Elisar's here, hoping someone will like recognize the name and come to start praising him again for his antics at the festival.
Yeah, and people like look over, they see Elisar, the kind of like the legend of the city right now, like the hot topic, sleeping in trash and like maybe not smelling the best or looking the greatest. They're like, hey, Elisar, rough night.
I always come out dimed up. Get out of here.
So you guys proceed to like calm down the robot. And now you all, I believe, Peg, did you say you came outside? Or are you still like in the hotel room trying to deal with halflings?
I'm calming them down. I'm coming out with tea for everybody. But Model Y doesn't drink tea, so it's more of a gesture.
Sure.
Here you are, sir.
Dad is like,
an oil
thanks.
can.
So now that
He
you guys
does a little shoulder, poured over his shoulder thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, delicious.
Hibiscus.
So now that you guys have like you're out in the city, out of the hotel room, and you have all this stuff that you got from your ventures out with Miska, what are your next steps? Like, what are you guys hoping to do right now? You do have a droid that kind of doesn't trust you. You have a rod that's in 7 parts. You also have like kind of like a bounty owed to you, right?
Mm.
The ship?
Is that person in this city?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because we're not in a new city now. We went back.
No, you're still in Noph.
Okay. Can I what's it called? Detect Arcana or whatever on this staff to see if there's like any juice.
Sure. Yeah. There is still for sure like a residual magic. You can't kind of work out what needs to happen to get its full power back or reassemble it. But you can definitely tell it's not like a worthless piece of metal now.
Okay. Is there would I have any awareness of like scryers or magi or like any kind of hub for magical people? I know, like, because we even like because of the timeline, it's not. But like, if there was any, they should be in one particular area. Right?
So if any area was that you've been to so far would have these type of things, it'd be Nopt, right? Magic is not seen as like a horrible thing here. They're pretty upset that the weave is crumbling and that magic has gotten harder. You know that the priest that gave you the rod, or the god that gave you the rod, told you that it's going to take years to reassemble. And I think you could come to to terms with that. They're the ones that would probably do it. So that temple to
interact with her.
The temple of Yondala had all the priests, and that was in the center of the city.
I think we should probably go back there for a couple of reasons. Get our ship and tell her what happened and see if she wants us to talk to Lolth too. Or
I am on that page.
Okay. I'll change out of my robe and be ready in a second.
So Peg runs back into the hotel.
And square up the store.
I'll talk to... Is there like any doorman or any like halfling manager that had run out after...
I would say like didn't come out, right? Because they saw all of like the potential violence, but you can see a couple like peering through the front door and just like seeing if anything's okay.
All right, I'll come in and I'll saunter in and see if anybody's like looking for money.
Payment?
Like the manager.
Yeah, as you walk in, he's like, "Oh, Elisar, why didn't you stay with us last night? It would have been a fine time. We would even give you a discount on a room."
I appreciate it as always, but I am more attuned to the street life, if you know. So,
and yeah, he goes,
where I find my comfort.
Well, we wish your robot friend was too. And he points up, and there's like a smoking door leaning up against a railing.
I would say friend loosely. Depends on the day. Depends on the morning.
Yeah.
So, what do I have to do to clear all this up so there's no qualms between us?
If you don't mind, it'd just be like 3 credits, and then we'll take care of everything for you.
That's fine. And I flick him is it on a card?
It is on a card. It's on a card. And as you pull out your card, he brings out like a little reader and and I'm like, holds it over his head for you.
I slam that thing in and slam it out. I said, "Have a good day," and I walk out.
Yeah. And he's like, "Bye." And then there's people, he's like, "Can we get a photo?
And I'm like, okay.
And you watch as the manager like brings out his little ID card computer thing that you guys both have. And he like takes a picture, and then behind the counter, there's like a wall of like famous people who stay at the hotel, and then you show up even though you didn't stay at the hotel.
Yeah, and then I put out my hand and I said, "That'll be 3 credits."
Yeah, and he's like, fine. And then he brings out his little card. He's like, "Even with all those winnings you got, man, cheap."
Once a trash shelf, always a trash shelf, my friend. And I walk.
And he clicks it, goes back to the counter. Peg, is there anything you want to do in your room, or are you just kind of back outside now, all dressed?
I'm back outside, and I think I have all of our stuff, so I'm carting it around that we got from our drow friends.
Yeah, and it was quite a bit. I don't know if... So the list I sent you of stuff, that was everything that was on the body. I'm assuming you probably took most of it, if not all of it. But yeah, if you have it all, your bag is like almost overfilled, right? With like a full set of clothing.
Yeah, a silk robe, chunking that down the stairs. There's some armor, a choker.
The robe you were wearing.
Yeah. It's back in the bag. And like maybe some poison, and this blinking GPS thing might be helpful to us.
Definitely that rope.
Yeah.
Definitely the rope.
Yeah. I know how much you guys love rope. 100 feet.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wasn't going to say it out loud because I was planning to keep that for myself. But yeah.
So what do you guys want to do next? What's the plan?
What's the spider design choker? Is that just art?
Yeah, it was like a necklace thing that the magic user had.
Would you like it?
Yes. I put it in my pocket.
I was hoping Elisar would put it on.
Yeah,
No,
me too.
not a choker man myself. Actually, I wrap it around Craig's collar. Give him a little flair.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do anything like
No magic or anything.
powerful. Okay, it's just like
You put it on, he turns into a giant spider.
It was
Right.
like,
Yeah, he put it. Oh my! It actually turns into a wolf spider. He immediately starts killing everyone.
we have a bigger problem on our hands.
I think it'd be more like a symbol of worship than anything to Lolth.
Ah, yes, worship Craig.
Craig, Lolth is your god now.
Wick turns to the robot and it's like, would you like to come on a quick errand with us? Or maybe find someone who can help you out remembering who you are?
And he's like, I don't know, but I would love to know who I am.
Okay.
There's this
Then
cool
Wick-
thing. Sorry.
Oh no. Wick turns back around like, do you guys want to run back to the ship real quick, drop that stuff off, and then come back and visit Yondala?
I mean, this might be kind of mean of me, but like he is a map. Can't he find his way back and take our stuff with him? I would never
I'm
tell
like,
him that.
If you want to ask him, maybe, but I just saw him blast the door off of like 2 hotel rooms. I'm not asking him to carry anything anywhere.
That's true.
He is acting like
Sure.
a donkey.
Let's escort him back. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So you guys I'll get on Craig and go back to the original ship you guys have.
The robot walks.
Okay. That's fair. He doesn't know otherwise. So you get back to the ship and Ronag like sees you outside of the window coming up and he runs up with the little hard drive thing and like just like shoves it in his head. And you can see all the, like the computations uploading and
Buy him a
like
drink first.
and the robot's like, oh, all right. And he looks at you guys. He's like, sorry, I didn't know if I could trust you. I'm assuming if Ronag here trusts you, and Ronag's have been just a lifelong friend. Things cool?
So that
Yeah, no worries.
so the Ronag relationship permeates like his.
Yeah. So again, like it's very like 51st Dates Adam Sandler movie.
So you got like
It like reminds him of
stamped at one spot.
yeah, and
They have
because
to
it's
fall
like
in love again every day.
it's like the future, like this like hard drive updates, right? So like Ronag gives him like a fairly current experience log between
Okay.
them.
Oh, okay.
Does he have a brother that's Samwise Gamgee who wears a fishnet shirt the whole time?
Yes.
Maybe we'll see.
Ronag does, but
we're
back
only
on-
at episode 11.
We got so much.
they live
to
back on the
flesh
ring.
out.
They live back on Lathander's ring. I think.
Yeah.
5th level.
Do you
they're
have
very-
to
very
have
well off.
like a copy of the chip that we could have? On
Yeah,
our
it-
excursions.
He's like, we can't make that here, but maybe we can figure that out for you. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, because we're going to need like 10 credits back because we just had to pay for some damage he did to the hotel.
And Ronag looks at you guys. He goes, "You know where you found me."
No, I know.
He's like,
We're
"Good
gonna,
luck."
we're gonna copy that drive. But yeah, bud, if you want to hang out here with Ronag, we'll just run that errand real quick and be back in a minute.
Yeah, and you watch him. He's like, "All right," and he walks in and like sits up into the chair, like in the little cockpit area.
And then I guess we catch Ronag up with what happened yesterday.
Yeah, and he is blown away. he didn't even believe in gods, and like
Mhm.
all these stories you're telling him, it's like making him rethink. Like,
Then we met
Life.
too.
yeah, at least, yeah.
That phone call. Well, we met two in the cave on top of Yondala.
So,
So
yeah,
he already doesn't believe as a god.
Miska wasn't really a
Yes.
god, right? Demon Lord's like
Right.
a few ranks lower, but you
Oh.
saw Lolth in the orb of water or the bowl of water.
I think we wouldn't know the difference.
I think so.
Oh, you
For
think
sh-
we would?
I think so. Like Yondala,
Oh,
like
okay.
read your mind, transported, was huge. made items just appear in a chest for you. The Demon Lord really didn't do anything other than be scary.
But that's the thing, though, is that like I'm saying, just because of the way that the weave is all broken down in majority of the worlds or the universe, it's so not a real thing or whatever, you know. So like
maybe not then.
If a demon came in, I'd be like, this guy's also a god.
That's true.
Bunch of spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you each kind of decide how well you're understanding everything happening around you.
About 0 on my end.
Yeah.
Alisar's like clueless.
Yeah, so I don't know what to.
But yeah, you do know. I think Peg said it a couple episodes ago or last episode. Like you figured out Yondala is kind of like a deity, and you woke up with like this blessing. You, I think, are assuming Carousel is also a deity, and that she wants to talk to Lolth, who you know is a deity. So maybe like Miska is the only question mark at this point for you guys.
Yeah, I think Wick is freaking out about all of it too, because she went from believing it was a way that people used just to manipulate power and to control people, and then finding out that it was crumbling, and now having met a few of them, no matter where they are on the ranking system, lower tier or upper tier, it's kind of a little shocking.
Yeah, I think that's a fair reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Elisar is just like overly impressed with anything magical, because in the Drow community, that's like you can see like even he has a natural inclination to have a couple spells from being a Drow. But like in the Drow community, like those, that's why I was like so hyped on those other guys, because they're pulling tentacles out of bags and crap.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was sick. Okay. So Wick's just like, hey, so I'm gonna try to head back into town. You guys want to come? Yondala we should probably check in and tell her what's going on. Like she doesn't know already.
Yeah.
I like pull up, I had like the pieces of the staff in a little sack, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to do with this thing. Maybe it's worth something.
I'm down. Yeah, let's go get that worm in my brain again. When we talk to her.
Gotta ride the worm.
The worm.
So you guys head back to town on Craig.
If he's up for it.
Craig's always up for it.
Craig's always down to party.
And I've also partied.
So you guys get back to town. I think by this point, like you're pretty familiar with town, at least from the gate to the temple. The two guards that you guys pass, I think they're excited to see you, but like way more tentative because of all the stuff you told them last time. And they're like, hi. And like they're not relaxing, right? Like they're still in their like guard poses. But if you don't want to like dilly-dally with them at all, the Craig will bring you straight over to the temple.
Yeah.
That was her name, Dilly and Dally. Was their two names?
Because from what we know, things are safer, at least in terms of the shapeshifters.
For sure. At least like,
us.
Yeah. Like Yondala sent those 2 mechs that were in the temple to go take care of that area. And she felt very confident that it was over. And then she teleported probably to check on other stuff. Like, I think the town is better off than it was a week ago.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait till they throw a parade with tiny crows and giant elves and cats running around
instead of turtles. Yes.
When we head into the chapel or the church or whatever, the temple, can we head just straight to the back door?
Sure.
Like the stairs?
Yeah. So as you walk in, you pass the guards in the front and you enter, and you're kind of mixed. You're mixed amongst the people who are doing their offerings, right? So you see people walking in and throwing their bits of food into the big fire altar. And you see like people looking at you, like people are recognizing you, specifically guards, right? Like the priests might not know who you are, but the guards have definitely there's maybe rumors have started spreading about like everything that's happened and what we're hearing, right? And rumors are always bigger than the truth, right? And what happened was huge. So what they're saying is probably just crazy. But as you guys walk in and you see all them talking around you, a halfling priest, way higher than the priest you were talking to earlier. And you could tell because of the robes that she's wearing, but also she's got like these books kind of like chained up to her belt. and she looks studied and she looks more regal. And you see her kind of running down the stairs, maybe skipping stairs as she's coming down. Then she blows through like the 2 guards, and she's like, "You're back, you're back." Were you able to talk to Miska?
Yeah, we're back. We did. We talked to Miska.
She's like, okay, cool. I'm Nera. I'm the head priestess of this temple. Yondala still hasn't come back. And honestly, we're not even sure if she's on the planet anymore. But she gave us a to-do list. And she like pulls out this like sheet. And she's like, first things first, are you guys giving us your old ship?
If you want it.
Cool. And she's
It's
like,
not.
I got
okay.
credits here for you. 8,000 for the ship. So who wants those?
I hold up my ID card.
Cool. And she like
I'll
just
take
taps it, and instantly you see 8,000 credits get added.
Chang chang.
And she's like, we will send people to take care of that tonight. And she is like, next, there's a thing about the 7-part rod. Who's got that?
Hold on. Where's the new ship?
Where she's like,
Yes.
we're going to get there soon.
Oh, okay. Here. And then I just pulled the sack up with the 7-part
Perfect.
rod in
And
it.
you see her like click on the checklist, and it checks. And she's like, we will get this repaired. And she snaps. And you see like a couple priests come up and take it, and they go upstairs with it. And she's
Wow.
like, and then we got a thing about a ship. And she's like, Yondala put down a ship here. We tried talking her out of it, but this is the one you're going to get. She's like, if we go outside, there will be a little caravan waiting to bring us over to the airport or spaceport. So she kind of
Idiot.
rushes you outside, and you see like a little electric vehicle kind of levitating. I believe you saw them before, and you followed them to the spaceport. It's kind of like a shuttle bus.
And you're throwing a couple of those into the ship for us?
She's like, no. But you should have Craig follow. Or I guess she doesn't know Craig's name. You should have your lizards follow.
Oh, I'm on Crag.
Okay.
In the
In
temple.
the church.
Oh, yeah.
No. You guys are back outside, like right in the front.
Yeah.
Oh, but
She's
he
like,
came in. He came in, though.
okay, the guards would never let that. They would be like, no.
Yeah, and I'd be like, get out of my face.
Oh, it's Elisar. Okay, let me.
Yeah,
What a scene.
I got this staff. We got stuff to take care of. Get out of my face.
Can you imagine that, listeners? You should draw and let us know.
Yeah,
what it
we need a
looks like.
fresco.
All 10 of you.
Hey,
So,
one of those people might be able to draw.
I mean, chances are. So you guys get back outside, and Nera jumps on to like the little shuttle bus. And she's like, would you guys like to join, or do you want to ride Craig into the spaceport?
I mean, I'm on Crag,
Of course.
I'll come.
so
Yeah, I'll hop on.
I'm
Cool.
hopping on the yeah.
So
Is it an open back or is it like a shuttle?
no, it's like a open. It's like a platform, and it's got some posts on it, and there's a driver in the front. But it's like just used to get to the spaceport, right?
Oh,
So
then
it's not like a
Wick's
safety
definitely
thing.
sitting on the back with her legs hanging off the side, kicking them back and forth.
Cool. So you guys all get on, and Nera like holds on to the pole, and it kind of just like takes off, right? It's not super fast, but you guys are moving through town, and she's like, I can't believe you guys were able to talk to Miska. Like, that's crazy.
I mean, Wick kind of leans back and looks up at her like, I mean, yeah, I guess, but she seems super laid back, kind of chill, to be honest.
And,
Miska. Yeah.
Right. And then she's like, Miska's not a woman. And then she's like, were you able to do whatever else you guys needed there?
I think-
Yes.
We got the main point of the mission down, but honestly, I think this is just step 1 of the whole thing. But yeah, we have this rod.
Well, that's exciting.
unit.
And
Oh, I was thinking of Kieran Soley.
yeah, no worries. And you guys get to like the big absorbent fields where the big sponges that like absorb water from the air and squish out, and you can see them as like the water runs down to the pools, which this is not new to you because you guys were here a little while ago. But as you're carving through, you're getting closer to the spaceport, and in the beginning, it's like ships like what you currently have, right? And as you guys kind of carve through those like little lanes and stuff and get closer to the back, she's like, what are you guys going to do with your new ship? Like, you guys got plans?
No, I gotta wake up, see where the day takes me personally. So it's me and Craig, just hanging out.
And she's like, well, that might need to change. And you start passing like bigger ships, and it's becoming apparent like you're definitely classing up. And let's go over to the Figma file I shared with you guys. And what I'm going to show you is just like a crude representation of what we got, right? But you pull up to a ship that is roughly like 30 to 35 feet tall, 110 feet long, and about 85 at its widest, with 4 thrusters, 2 on each side, and then a rear thruster. And she's like, here it is. This is the Concordant V9. This is what Yolanda told us to get you. It is a transport vehicle, primarily used to transport goods for trade. And then that's like you guys in size comparison to this ship. And what you see when you first show up are 2 ramps that are kind of opened up, right? So there's this first ramp that comes all the way up and kind of goes maybe 15 feet in the air. And that only holds like medium to large size people, right? So like Craig could not get up this main ramp.
But he has the Craig ramp.
But beneath it, there's this like bigger, thicker ramp that's probably 20 to 25 feet wide that enters into a giant storage chamber. And this is where they used to sell like or keep all their goods they were moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where you keep Craig because he's good.
Yeah, and Yodala knew that you needed that. So I think for like the rest of this episode, you guys are gonna get this ship. Let's just like talk through what you've got here. So the first thing you guys probably see, right, other than the giant scale and the ramps that are coming down, are 6 halflings standing outside. And there is like, that's the crew that comes with the ship. One of the things that you guys need to understand is like, you're going to be responsible for like keeping them alive. But they're needed. There's a minimum of 6 people needed to run this ship. And they're all very talented. So you see a captain wearing kind of like these official like not robes, but like jackets. And you can tell very like pilot-esque. So he goes, I'm Garamond Copperson. And then next to him, there's a smaller halfling that's got glasses on. And he's like, I'm Irabin Nightstride. I'm your navigator. And as you go down, there's Vinder Understep, the engineer, Grayleen Greatsong, the communicator, communications, Necken Amberbottle, there's a doctor, and Idira Marblecettle, and she's like your mechanic.
I like the medical name.
Amber Bottle?
Amber Bottle.
So yeah, they all say, welcome to your ship, the Concordant V9. And they was like,
Dope.
All right, let's go in, I guess, for a tour. So
Lick's already in the airlock. She like took off running as the navigator said their name.
Cool. And what you see in the airlock is just like a closed off chamber with a small elevator pad like in the corner. And Nera's like, I guess we'll follow Wick. So she walks up and Craig obviously can't. Like this is way too thin for Craig. Craig could try, but he would easily fall off before getting to the top.
Craig does try.
Yeah, and easily falls off before he gets to the top.
He sees it going and he jumps. He sees it. Yeah.
And Nera looks back last, goes, I don't know if you want to leave Craig out here. He's safe, but you can also bring him into the storage room if you want. And she like points below the ramp she's on, and you see like a big wide ramp.
Yeah, what's the Kush location down there in storage? Did you guys get him like a bed where it's like, does he have a trough? What's going on with the feeding situation?
And she's like, nope. So then she like points up. She's like, to the airlock. Elsa, are you gonna come up?
I'm gonna go get Craig settled.
Cool. So you walk into the storage, and what I'll show again. I'm sorry for everyone who's on audio, but maybe head over to the video and you can see kind of this map thing we're dealing with. So here are like the dimensions and the pathways for each one. So as you guys get into the airlock, there is a small elevator in the back, and Nera's like, all right, guys, let's get on here. It's probably like 10 by 15 feet, right? So you guys can all easily go on there, but there's no walls. And she's like, when you're in space, this ramp will be closed. This will become airlocked, and then the green light will turn on. But because you're here, it's fine. And she hits the button. And the airlock lifts up into this living quarters section. And it's very tight up here, but there are 6 bedrooms, a medical bay, a little kitchenette dining area that kind of fills up the open space, right? Like that's not a room itself, and a bathroom. And you can see a ladder that comes down, and she's like, above us is the crew quarters. You guys don't need to deal with that. Even the ceiling's a little bit lower. You wouldn't even be very comfortable, but the halfling crew will love it up there. And then she points to kind of like the left over her shoulder. She's like, let's go to the bridge. As you guys walk into the bridge, it's like the front of the ship. The entire front of the bridge is like glass with these like steel kind of structures holding it all together. It's much bigger than your other ship. Like this bridge itself is probably almost the size of a whole ship that you were in before.
Huh.
The whole very front section underneath the window is a giant computer screen with 6 chairs in front of it where a lot of the crew will work. Not all of them, right? But this is where like the whole ship is run. Behind those chairs, there's a computer table that has like a hologram display. So this can right now just shows like the logo of the Covenant V9, but it doesn't get into anything else. This could show you maps though in the future. And she's like, all right, that's the bridge. And she's like, let's go through the living quarters again. And as she walks through, you guys kind of pass the kitchenette area and all the bedrooms. She's like, you guys will have to choose your own bedrooms eventually. And then she goes to a door and she opens it up. She's like, let's not go in here. But as she opens it up, you see like tons of like server racks and computers. Mm-hmm. She's like, this is systems. You should just leave this alone. And she closes it. And she's like, behind systems is the engine bay. Again, you should probably just leave it alone.
Sure.
The ladder that goes up into the crew quarters also goes down. And below, you can see Craig in the storage bay. So you are now above where Daniel is, or Alisar is. And there's a ladder that kind of goes straight from the bottom of storage all the way to crew quarters. And you can get off and get into the living quarters. And she's like, all right, I hope this is exactly what you guys need. It's quite a bit bigger. It's not the fanciest thing. It's a transport vehicle, but I think it'll do everything you need. And she's like, with that, and she looks at her checklist again. She's like, all right, I guess I'm done. And she closes her phone. She's like, if you need me, I'll be in the temple, but I'm assuming you're all good. And she starts walking towards the airlock elevator again. And you watch as like the elevator drops down and she's just waving. And then you hear the shuttle kind of take off and drive back to town.
Wick kind of goes up to Peg and Alisar and just like, hey, so did you guys hear that other guy say he was the pilot and then the other one say they were the navigator?
Exactly.
So what are we going to do about Ronak?
Sounds like they're kind of out of a job. Does it not?
I don't know how well he's going to take that. And he's not going to let us bring the model X537 without him. And we're going to need that robot. Do you guys have any ideas?
I'm still downstairs, right?
Yeah, sorry. I guess I'm just talking to Peg.
We could be talking through the ladder hole.
I'm really settling in, my boy. You know,
well, I'm just talking to Peg. So what do you think? Do we tell Alisar? What do you...
Worst case, they could join us as party mates. I mean, it'd be nice to have them around, especially overnight whenever, like our map loses his memory.
Yeah. He's also pretty good to have around in a fight.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty hard for you to take his arm off. He's pretty beefy.
Oh, no, not Ronak. Ronak's easy. I could take down Ronak. I almost stuck Ronak down by myself.
Sure did.
I'm talking about model X537. Just, they're good to have around in a fight. Do you remember? I mean, like, they took out all those drones with, like, 2 shots in the cave.
Yeah. They could welcome this opportunity. I mean, I don't know what other reasons he would have to stick around with us, but we could invite him to come along.
When we go, let's go see what Alisar thinks. I want to see where Craig's at anyway.
Yeah, I want to see if they have like a giant hamster wheel. That'd be pretty cool. And I don't know how to get down there though. Down this ladder, I guess.
Yeah, you'll go back through the living quarters and kind of go back down. And as you're climbing down, the space is pretty large.
Okay.
It's around 15 feet tall, so it's not the tallest thing, but it's 43 by 50. It's one of the bigger rooms. And you can see Craig fits in there perfectly, right? Like there's plenty of space around Craig.
Okay, good.
This is kind of like storage containers or like shipping containers would have been used here. Like they would fill this and then like transport all over the galaxy.
Alisar is stomping around and just muttering how angry he is because he's like, this was not prepared properly for Craig. There's not any kind of food. I don't see meat. There's no water trough. How is he supposed to live down here? Now he's muttering to himself and pretending like he can actually talk to this lizard.
We're not going to leave until he has all the provisions he needs. He's a window. Is there a window here?
Yeah, my boy needs some vitamin sun.
Definitely
Yeah.
no windows.
Son.
A heat lamp.
Yeah, you live. Or some weird. Do you guys have oversized crickets that we can get in here?
Luckily, you guys got some spending money for your other ship.
Yeah, we need a cricket fridge. Yeah,
Cricket
loads of
farm.
things.
Engine
Did they-
bay. Who needs it? Let's turn a cricket farm over there.
Yeah. We didn't have any of that stuff in the other ship, did we? Anything?
Oh.
No, there was nothing in there. I was like, maybe we could fly out there and get it from the other ship, but I don't think it's
No,
anything.
that thing
out there.
barely fit Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest noticeable things is as Craig is walking around, like the ship doesn't move, right? Like this is a
love it.
much bulkier. Where before even just brushing Craig's teeth, like the whole ship would shake around.
Humble beginnings.
That's good. I like that.
Well, which room do you want then? Probably one close to this ladder, right, LSR? So you can,
The closest to the ladder. Yep.
yeah, have access.
Also, though, room. What are these rooms?
Look like.
They're not big, right? These are purely for transporting goods, right? This is like a very utilitarian vehicle, but they're big enough. It's like a 10 by 15 rectangle. There's a bed in the back, a small desk, and a small storage like kind of closet.
I'll just sleep down here with Craig.
We could go gather some trash, and I mean this in the best way possible.
I'm
Over
good.
here.
I'm
It's
good.
a nice pallet for you.
Nice little trash pallet. No, I'm
Get you a
good.
hammock, maybe? Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Put a trough over here on the wall. I'm sure we can find one in town.
Yeah, got to Craig this storage bay up.
But hey, any thoughts on what we can do about Ronag or the robot?
What about them?
They already said we had a pilot and a navigator, but I kind of feel like we need to bring them with us. Because even that cool map upstairs isn't going to like update itself while we're in the middle of an adventure.
We could bring them in, and then best man wins, right? You know.
It's true. You try it, let them fight. The laser's going to win.
Yeah, and then we're good.
So we try it. You want to go shopping first?
I think that's a good plan. I think we need.
And she holds up the ID card with the number, which says 85
the fat cash
credits.
Mhm.
Yeah, we really need to update this Craig situation. This guy's. This is a travesty.
I'm with you. Is there like a pet shop around? There's probably like a stable. We could go
Farm-
get some supplies.
Buy farm supplies or something.
Yeah.
A space tractor supply company.
yeah.
Yeah. As
Yeah,
long as we get back to the other
arrow
ship.
tractor supply.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sci-fi tractors.
Yeah, it's,
They probably have like
Well,
a floating trough you can put in there.
for all your sci-fi redneck needs.
Mhm. A blue milking machine.
So what you're looking for is a tractor supply.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
But
space
in
tractor
space.
supply.
Right, a
Yeah.
space,
Space
tractor.
tractor supply.
Space tractor supply.
At
Alright.
night.
TM, TM.
A TM. Yeah. Yeah, as long as we get back to Ronag by nightfall, probably, because he's just going to lose his ship in the middle of the night if we don't get to him, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they are. They paid us. They paid us for it. They're just going to go take it. I think.
Yeah, with all of our belongings in it.
Do you think they'll fly this out there to the desert where he's at?
No,
Okay,
we could ask.
sure. Where's the rest of the crew?
They're like taking their position. So the doctor is kind of in the medical area. The engineer and mechanic would be back in the systems and engineering bay or the engine bay, and then the navigator and captain would just be up front in the cockpit.
Yeah, at the very least, we should probably introduce ourselves to the captain. Or we already said hey on the way in.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
definitely know
what
who
he's
you
up
are,
to.
and they know you guys are like kind of like the bosses now.
Okay. We're going to head out for a bit, Captain Gehrman. See you later.
He's like, all right.
I see you later, Amber Bottle.
He goes, you're the boss.
Okay.
So where you guys headed?
To space tractor supply first.
Cool. So you definitely don't see anything like that.
What?
Dang
That's a
it.
surprise. There are plenty of like ship outfitting stations that you could go to on the airport.
No.
They're not going to have a trough.
We're
Are
looking
there
at
any-
more of like
a farm
animal
supply, yeah.
supplies.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely not the export of this town.
They gotta have something.
I mean, these people eat, right? They
There
probably got a farm somewhere.
There might be other towns you could go to that are agricultural based. But this one
I
would
go
be
to
rough.
all right, I'm looking for a butcher then.
Oh, you can definitely find a butcher.
Oh, for meat to feed the lizard. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Oh.
I was like, wow, we can't give Craig water, so we're just going to like.
Like, bye,
How dare you?
How many thousands do you think you get for Craig?
Don't even. Only one loved one thing in this universe.
So yeah, if you go back to town, I think you could easily find like a grocer, butcher type deal.
And like, how is there's nowhere I can get or like some kind of basin,
A bucket.
a big bucket
Or a
for
barrel.
water.
We'll just find
Oh.
a barrel in the streets.
Yeah, I think even if you didn't find like a basin for water, you could find some sort of shape, maybe even in the scrapyard of the airport that you could just be
Yeah,
like, this will hold
yeah,
water,
like a
That's what I want to do.
like an engine ring of some sort.
Or a bathtub,
Mm-hmm.
like what Courtney said.
Oh yeah, if you want to go
There you
find
go.
like a home goods
then,
type
like-
thing or Home Depot.
Or a trash yard. And like, hear me out. We could take
Space
2
Home
wheels and stick them together with some pieces of wood. Boom. Exercise wheel.
What are you trying to, what are you trying to make?
A hamster wheel for the
A
lizard.
Yeah,
go-kart?
hamster wheel. Hamster wheel. Who
Is it
knows how long we're going to be at light
You
speed?
gotta be a big one though to get him in
It'd
it.
have to be like
Mhm.
15 feet.
All
So
right,
like
so
a
we're gonna
dump?
mainly focus on the food and the water.
Good.
if he can walk in circles if he needs exercise.
Or on the, can he walk on the ceiling? Doesn't he have like grippy feet?
Oh, for sure. I don't know. Like you go in there, it's just all claw marks everywhere.
Definitely claws. He's not a gecko.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think on your way out, you can find sort of like a dump of the airport
Mm-hmm.
where you could pay a guy to like weld up a big vessel for you,
That's what I want.
Cool.
Water vessel.
and it'd be 50 credits for his time.
Boom.
Pay the man.
And
And Wick just shakes her head and holds the ID card up.
yeah, and you click it, and he's like, "I'll bring it to your ship for you before you get back." And he's
Can you spot weld it to the wall for us? Just a little couple
just
tacks.
a little tack it up.
And they're like, "Sure, we'll tack that down for you."
Thank you. You don't want water going all over your hold in the middle of light speed.
And
know, like,
you can see them like just like rummaging around giant pipes and engine parts and be like, "We'll find something and we'll clean it up good for you." And then
50 credits, you better.
for food for Craig, you go into town, you find like a grocer, and you're just looking for meat.
Well, for space food, because
Yeah.
on planets he'll just kill.
Yeah, just like enough to like get you to where you're going.
Yeah,
Kind of like
exactly.
rations, which you'll need for the crew. The crew has like their rations for now, but eventually you'll have to refill those. But I think you can get like a month.
We
months.
might have just solved 2 problems with 1 stone.
Yeah.
We got three
That's dark.
problems. Like, all right, so on a size base, all right. So
Yeah.
how big would you say Copper Sun and Night Strider are? Weight
Weight? I don't know, like 150 pounds?
Are you sizing
Together?
them up?
No, maybe I don't know how they're like 3 foot tall. I don't know what a 3 foot
that's
tall.
probably like 80 pounds. All right, so we're gonna need to get some other meat. Because even if we get Ronag and the robot, that's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, and if you go, this town is built around transporting goods, so what you're
Mhm.
asking for is not very rare. It'll just be 100 credits for like a month's worth of food for Craig.
And then do we need to still supply for ourselves and stuff then? too?
No, there's enough for you guys for now.
Okay.
Like the kitchen was all like populated.
Do they have? Is there any like in my passings and goings? So I see any fruit vendors?
Sure.
What's the space equivalent of a cantaloupe?
A cantaloupe.
Space
The
cantaloupe.
space cantaloupe. All right, so
cantaloupe cheese.
I go over and grab one space cantaloupe. How much is that?
50 credits.
I'm not even. We won't even do the math on it. You get one.
All right, I get one.
Yeah.
And I'm just so proud because Craig's gonna get a nice little space cantaloupe. 'Cause he's been such a good boy.
Craig has been a good boy. So yeah,
It's true.
you guys get the food for Craig, the bath for Craig. What are things you guys
The
Peg
bath
and
for
Wick, or yeah, bath? I don't know.
yeah.
Two purposes. Yeah.
Wick or Peg, are there anything else you guys need or want to get or try to achieve? I think you're what? You're at like 750 now, 7,750 ish.
8,348.
Yeah, my math's great.
Whoa.
And I'm not going to question you. That sounds perfect. Is there
Look
anything
at
that
the
you guys
look at the
want?
notes. Even that time he he
Went
gave $3 for the door and then got $3 back. Had to make that note.
Nope, my bad. I trust you more than my math.
When I look at Wick, and I was like, oh, you're doing all the money, okay? And I pull out of my pockets, and I have just another card. It has 568 credits on it.
Oh no.
So here you go.
568.
I don't know why I had that in my notes that I had that from earlier.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it sounds.
Oh, I think I don't remember what it was from.
I wouldn't worry about
From
it.
It's there
winning
though.
Craig,
Yeah,
maybe.
Craig.
I have 0, so we're good here.
you guys have a group pot of like, what was that?
Yeah.
9,000 almost.
8916.
Math was better on that one.
This is why I use calculators. Yeah.
I don't know what I would really need.
You know, like, and you guys don't have to like. I know it's on the spot.
We should
can.
probably get potions again, though, like some more healing goods.
Yeah, that sounds
For
great. I was
ourselves.
thinking more of like, see if I could find any of those celebratory turtles from a couple weeks ago.
Like a paper mache one.
Love to get a little paper mache turtle to put on the dashboard.
I think you should get that. I think you
Space
earned
dashboard.
that. Mm-hmm.
I think you could find like a toy shop that would have like little toy versions, maybe like origami.
Is there a craft shop that would have like a kit to make your own?
I'm
Can
sure.
it bobble?
Can I snag a cricket somewhere?
A cricket? Like a cricket origami?
He's gonna start making stickers.
Cutter things.
Oh.
Get a space cricket.
The cricket plotter.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He's gonna make his own vinyl stickers and put them on the side of the ship.
Yeah. Craig gonna be slapped across the universe.
That was a very specific joke that none of you appreciated, but I'm sure someone listening to
I'm
this will.
sorry.
Maybe Lauren will get it. Lauren from
Yeah.
Master of One. Another show on
You
the
can't-
Master of One podcast network, along with Dungeons and Designers. Huh?
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 we all let you go on that one.
I opened for Reddit.
Wick's gonna run around and find a toy store and then buy a little wooden turtle that they use to celebrate.
Okay, 1 credit.
60 credits. Oh, okay, 1 credit.
Yeah, if the door was 3, economy's weird over here.
What would I want? I want to get some cat grass to accompany my catnip, and I'm going to start an herb collection.
little
know.
herb garden in your room.
Yeah.
I stubbed
They'll
my
be
toe on my herb garden. I only cried for 20 minutes.
Wick, want to mark off another credit?
Got it. I just imagine Wick running after all of you when you go into a store and just holding up the ID card again while carrying this little turtle. It's not painted yet. She's going to paint it on the ship.
Sure.
Smart.
Are there any kind of like robotic shops around where we could buy more drone type things to help us in combat? We don't know what we're going to find.
That's okay.
What's
Like
really
the one
this
that
planet?
you have now.
Yeah, that I gave to Wick.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering what other kind of things there could be that we could buy.
1 second. Let me get my book.
Boop.
What are you looking for, Will?
Clap.
Oh, he's in his head. What are you looking for, Will?
I got my Arcana of the Ancients book, and it has just like different sci-fi and robot things in it.
Oh, cool.
I wasn't listening to what are you asking, Courtney?
Oh, a defensive robot like she used last time.
Yeah, like if there's any other ones or any
I
other
remember
drones
that.
to use. Or do you use armor, Wick
Mhm.
and Elisar? Or
Wick does not. Oh, sorry.
I do.
'Cause I think-
I cannot use armor.
mine's like leather. So I'm just trying to think of what other upgrades we could have but we'll probably run by another town.
That medium armor wouldn't be better than what I'm wearing, right? Well,
We can do the math on that later and change it.
Okay.
from the drow,
Yeah, because I think you're using a light armor right now, right?
I have studded leather.
Yeah, so that's light. This would be medium. So I don't know if you could wear medium or not. So
So I can wear it all, baby.
Same.
we'll definitely figure out those numbers. I have them somewhere. I just don't have them in front of me.
Yeah, I think because my dex is decent, studded leather ends up being better, unless it has a dex modifier, which it shouldn't if it's medium.
So if you go into like a one of the robotic shops, you're going to see like walls and walls of stuff.
It's like a Radio Shack.
And I think most of it would have like labels, but it'd be hard to like it. Very much like a Radio Shack, like it'd be overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's like little projectors, bottles that you can spray stuff, and you're not maybe sure what they do, but there's like a bunch of them. You see like little robot droids that you could purchase. There's like a big box that's like Bridge Builder, and it's like a thing that automatically builds bridges for you. Like you see like a lot of weird and different stuff. But I don't know if there is something more specific you're looking for, maybe with a specific purpose.
A spray sounds cool. I'm honestly just here to browse, but the spray sounds like it would be helpful.
Yeah, so there's like a fireproofing spray. Where did the rest of them go? There was like sprays and injections that like help like change you, like will make you stronger for a period of time. Not space steroids, but different. There were things to make you stronger, things to like spray a force field around you, help you be harder to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of weird stuff like that. Like, are you looking for combat? Are you looking for things that are more utilitarian?
I like the harder
Defensive.
to hit. Yeah, defensive is nice.
So if I
The
go-
force field.
Does that count as armor or anything?
No, it would be like a additional.
'Cause that would be great for you.
Yeah, I would like one of those.
Peg, as you're like looking around for things to help you kind of be more defensive, you see two things specifically that stand out. The first is just labeled blinking nodule, and it looks like a little thing that you would adhere to your clothes. And whenever you take damage, you teleport about 10 feet in a random direction, which would help you get out without taking opportunity of attack. There's another one that's called the time dilator of defense. And this one makes your appearance as it's vibrating. It makes it harder for people to attack you. There's also lots of other tools, and I can give you guys a list like in between play if you guys want to like shop. And then
Okay.
next episode we could pick up. But those are two things specifically that would help your defense. They're both single use items, so it'd be like in a pinch when you need help.
Okay.
But we could definitely get a list for you guys if you want to like figure out in between episodes how much money you want to spend on stuff.
Cool.
Okay. That
That
sounds great.
works.
Is there anything you guys want to do before going back to your new ship?
We'll go tell. We should probably talk to Ronag.
Yeah, should we
Um,
fly the new ship to the old ship, or do you guys want to walk out there?
We sold
Ride
the
out
old ship. Oh, because we have Ronag and stuff there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Our
We
possession.
should go to the desert. They're gonna have already picked up the ship, and Ronag
They're
and
just
the
sitting there.
robot are just sitting in the desert. Yeah, I think we. I don't know. I don't know how ships work. Can ship just like pop up, pop down?
Not the one. This new one's way too big to plop down where you guys were.
Mm.
This
Where's
one's
Greg?
this one's going to take a lot more logistics. Like even how you guys found your current ship on Lathander's Ring. Like this new ship would not fit in a docking bay on Lathander's Ring. So like there's a much more. There's gonna be like there's a lot of pluses, right? Infinite pluses, including Craig can fit in it.
I mean, infinites. It's a big word.
I can keep coming up with stuff.
We'll come up with quite a bit. All right, let's ride. Elisar, can we take
Ride.
Craig to the where the old ship used to be anyway? I don't know if it's still there or not.
I don't know. Did we bring? I can't remember.
You
if we
did.
brought Craig or not. We did. Okay. Yeah.
we take
yeah,
Craig
that's fine.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys
That's
get out to the old ship, and there's like kind of like a tugboat size vehicle getting ready to pick up it. And Ronag's like, "You can't take this. No. It's not illegally parked or nothing. We're in the desert." And you can see the robot just being like, "What's going on? What's going on?"
And Wick's just dying laughing on Craig. She's just rolling. Yeah. She's not getting off to help him, but she thinks it's very funny.
I'll get off and walk over there and be like, hey, so we've got kind of an upgrade opportunity. The thing is we're going to have to trade in this recreational vehicle. So do you want to gather your hard drives and things and whatever? We'll go and join you too.
And Ronak, look at it, he's like, that's awesome. I hate this thing. He goes in and you see him like pulling out wires and like all these things he installed in the front. And he's like filling backpacks with stuff. And he's throwing like a backpack to the robot. And you see them both like kind of coming out with all their gear. Like, let's get out of here.
I want to go upstairs to that tiny little library and pick up like 3 books as a keepsake and then my other plant, and I'm good to go. Wick, do you have anything? Or you're all good?
No, she usually keeps it all in her bag, which she has on her on Craig right now. So, yeah. So she's like, "No, I'm good," and just still laughing at Ronak freaking out a minute ago.
Hey, man, when someone comes to take his ship, he doesn't take it seriously.
Yeah, it's a good quality.
It's not even his ship.
No.
Wherever he lays his hat, it's his ship.
That's right. Aw.
That's home.
And her heart grew 2 sizes that day.
So so he looks at you guys. He's like, "Where's the new ship?"
We can take you there now, but you'll probably
walk
have to
with us.
Walk. Yeah.
He's like, "All right, let's go." And you see them like they both have like their bags on, and it's pretty heavy, so they might be going a little bit slower. But eventually, probably closer to nightfall now. Like it's probably been a full day of all these shenanigans. You guys get to the ship, and the whole ship is like lit right in this spaceport.
Super lit. lit AF.
And they're just like amazed. He's like, "This is what we're talking about," like clapping. He's like, "Let's get on that ship." And as he walks up, he like looks down the bridge. He's like, "Nope." And you see him like with his big robot arm, like pick up one. And then you see the robot pick up the navigator and like walk him to the airlock and just drop him down and close it. Like, we're done.
So Garmin.
And you see him like sitting on the ground, like being tossed to a hole. He's like, "What was that?"
I don't know if Nira told you or not, but we already had a pilot and a navigator. So love for you guys to tag along. Maybe you could help out, maybe a second pilot. But
yeah, and you see like the airlock open up and goes, "No, they can't." And it closes.
You can come with us. Hey, consider it a vacation if he doesn't need help.
He's like, "As long as we keep getting paid, I'm good."
Yeah, we got rations. You got the room. You're good. Sorry about the airlock drop. Are you guys okay with that? And she turns and looks at Peg and Elisar.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about the bed situation for Craig in that storage bay. We probably have to go figure out that. What were you guys talking about?
Yeah, you should go make sure that water container got put in correctly. Oh, we didn't even think about. We should find some hay too, some space hay.
Space hay.
This planet would not have space hay. It's all barren.
Yeah, he's anti-fiber. It's fine.
Okay, get some sand up in there, red sand.
Cool. So I guess if you guys are all good with the situation currently, Ronag and the robot will be up in the bridge.
Okay, it's tall enough for them. Okay, makes sense. And then there's 6 bedrooms and 5 of us?
Mm-hmm. I think that
I'm down with Craig though.
So 4 of you up there.
So
2 extra bedrooms.
Room.
Mm.
I do take a bedroom.
Right.
I do not sleep.
So 1 extra bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Where are we going?
I don't know. And when you say that, you hear Ronag like turning on the ship, and you hear it starting to gear up. And this is like way louder than your little one, right? Like it's ready to go. The ground maybe shakes a little bit from the thrusters. And that's where we'll end our episode today. Next time, we'll figure out where you guys take the ship. Cliffhanger.
You tune in next week.
Same space time, same space channel.
Thank you so much for listening. We will be back next week, I think, with a guest. I believe we'll be doing a one-off DM'd by someone not me. So
tell them why.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
I'm graduating and my thesis defense is the day before we
Yay!
normally record.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Let's freaking go.
So I'll be
Oh,
too
that's
tired.
awesome.
So I will both be finishing school and get to be a player. It's going to be a good
Yay.
weekend.
Anybody know of any job opportunities?
Yeah, if anyone's hiring a graphic designer, there's an unemployed, ready to hire one. But yeah, thank you guys all for listening. If you enjoyed it, you can leave us a review on iTunes. But the best way to help would be to share it with a friend. So thank you so much, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Like,
That's another episode of Dungeons and Designers. Intro music is by Mon Plaisir. Editing and animation was done by me, your friendly DM, Will. Find this and more in the description.